RJ Kielty, plumbing, heating, cooling, celebrating 15 years of bringing comfort to you. Healing Realty, call RJ Kielty, they'll get your system working to cool you down. And if fixing a leak is what you seek, RJ Kielty service is the best around. RJ Kielty, plumbing, heating, cooling, over 50 years of bringing comfort to you.
Hello, welcome to episode 29, Kielty's Corner, and we have an amazing guest here.
Yes, we do.
We have Taylor here. We have the Wizard of Pods, Jesse. And we have another guy over here, Ape Shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, he's all right, Josh. But we are here to talk about Jennifer. We're here to talk about You First Health and Wellness. So I actually had to write this down. So Jennifer is a MSN and an APRN. We'll have her talk about that. But let's talk about You First Health and Wellness and why you started You First.
So I created You First Health and Wellness when I was working for insurance company-based medical practices. And every time my patients had concerns, I always had to tell them, "Oh, I'm sorry, insurance won't cover that. I know it'll make you feel better. I know you want to lose weight. I know your hormones are off, but unfortunately, I can't help you." And over the last couple of years, I got tired of doing that. And I really wanted to help people and patients and make them feel good. And so that's why I decided to create You First Health and Wellness.
Oh, man, I honestly, I had kind of a health journey and they just kind of wanted to throw different things at me and see kind of what stuck. And I kind of lost a little bit of faith in the system. So I love services like you have, just reading on all the different services you have. So let's maybe start there. What are all the different services that you offer?
So we offer direct primary care, which is membership-based primary care. A lot of times it's for people without insurance. It's only $75 a month, and it includes all your visits, urgent visits, annual labs. So it's pretty reasonable for people who don't have insurance. And then we also offer male hormone therapy, women's hormone therapy, weight loss, and we do IV vitamin hydration. We have other ancillary stuff too, like sports physical, school physical, stuff like that, but those are our main ones.
So do you take a little bit more of a, I guess, reading into all the different, services you offer? Do you kind of take more of a holistic approach to stuff?
We try. I do
Yeah.
offer still regular medicine, Western medicine.
Yeah.
We do medications, but I do try supplemental route and different stuff like that first. We do bioidentical hormones versus synthetic because it's better for you. So we do try to offer more holistic approach.
I also had a question. What are the ages that you service? Is it adults only? Do you service children?
So we mostly service 18 to 65, but we do service children. We start about age 9.
Okay.
Anything less than 9, I think they need to see a pediatrician since I don't do kids very often. So we recommend that they go to see pediatrician, but I can do ages 9 and up.
Okay, perfect. Good to know.
Yeah.
For myself.
So let's talk about your journey of why you wanted to start a company, but let's talk about You First. How'd you pick that name?
So that is how I want patients to know that that's how their plan will be. Like when you come in and we talk and I guide you and I tell you, I recommend you should do this, you should do that. I recommend these things, but it's about you and what you want for your health. So that's kind of why it says You First, because it's putting you back into your healthcare so you can decide what you want. Not the insurance company saying, no, this is what you get. You get to pick what you want to do for your health.
I love that because medicine nowadays, and I have friends that are doctors, it's very, you have 10 minutes or less, you know what I mean? It's cost coding. It's how much, they've kind of been forced to really take the care out of healthcare.
Yes. It's more like sick care if you really
It
think
seriously
about it.
is.
It's not healthcare.
And it's masking problems, not fixing the problems.
Yes.
Which is big with me. But I've had issues before. I had a collarbone issue or whatever, and they literally, I couldn't even ask a question. The guy's already leaving. It's it's so different now, and it's kind of sucks. And it's maybe not their fault. Like I said, everything's a cost code, and they have to meet so many. I think maybe the hospitals and these big groups are making the money, not really the doctors anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you have to meet quotas, especially if you do like managed care,
Mhm.
Medicare,
Mhm.
Medicaid. You have to meet quotas and see so many
Yeah, that's
patients in order
tough.
just to keep the doors open.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. Where what I do is more concierge based,
Yeah.
basically. So they can come in, we spend 30 minutes, an hour, depending on what they're there for. So we
Mhm.
take our time, we listen to them. It's not rushed. I'm not trying to meet a quota.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I love that. That's putting the care back in healthcare.
Absolutely.
It's just disheartening now when you go to go to a doctor and they don't really want to actually do anything or even talk anything out with you. They just want to like, all right, see you later. Good luck. Here's your blood pressure medicine, or
Yep.
yeah.
whatever.
And a lot of stuff is missed too when they do that as
Mhm.
well.
That's the
So,
thing. Yeah, you don't feel comfortable, you know what I mean, to even talk about a lot of stuff because it's so rushed,
right.
Mhm.
Exactly. That is
Yeah.
true.
I love that. Do you guys, so say we need to do a physical and you do blood work and stuff like that. Do you work with a company that does blood work and like how does that process, I guess, work?
So we do all our own lab
Oh, I
draws.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you come in, we do our lab draws. We
Hmm.
send them out to the lab. We get the results. We do your physical there as
Hmm.
well. So anything that you need, basically, we try to cover in the office. Obviously, I don't have like an X-ray machine
Yeah.
and an
Yeah.
MRI
Yeah.
machine, but we have discounted
Mhm.
accounts set up to where you can go if you don't have insurance to get them for a good price. So
Oh,
we
that's
try to
cool.
cover all our bases with everybody.
So if you wanted like because this happens a lot too, and I know you probably have to pay for it, but if you wanted like a real full workup, testing everything,
Mhm.
do you guys do that, or do you have a company that you could like subcontract that out to?
No, we can do that. So whatever you're wanting done, we can do. I have a
Mhm.
couple companies. So if it's like gut health
Yeah.
testing or allergy testing, stuff like that, we use another company. They send us the kit, but we do the lab draw. We do everything in house,
Mhm.
and then we mail it out for the patients. And then full panels labs, like full hormone labs, full thyroid panels, full basic health panels. We do all those in house.
I love that. Yeah, because typically obviously, insurance is only going to pay for so much too.
Yeah.
So
They do, and people that come to me with insurance are like, "I wanna use my insurance." I'm like,
Mhm.
"Okay, you can, but if you get a bill,
Yeah.
it may be more than my cost." So,
Yeah.
Yep.
that's fine if you wanna do that, but sometimes they get a surprise and
Yep.
then
Mhm.
they're like, "Wow, this was so expensive," you know?
it,
Yep.
it's a it's
So
a it's a racket. I still don't understand what is it called, like Good RX or whatever, with the
Yeah.
prescriptions. Like, you have insurance, you pay all this money, you think they would have all this buying power, but it's more money versus if I
Mhm.
just, use this card and pay direct or whatever. You like to me, it doesn't make sense. I know it's the same kind of thing with x-rays and MRIs and all that stuff.
yeah, it's crazy the costs, like, when you have insurance, you pay so much money a month, right?
Yes.
And then you go and you have to pay still, like, $75 for your copay to see the doctor and,
Mhm.
$400 plus dollars for X-rays, MRIs,
Mhm.
CTs, and even the
Mhm.
medications. It's nuts. I can't believe how much people have to pay with insurance. And then when I'm like, "Oh, no, 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 I have that medicine in the office,
Mhm.
and you can get it for this much money." And they're
Yeah.
like, "Really?" I'm like,
They
"Yeah."
probably don't even believe you. They're like, "What's the
I'm like, let me go get
catch?"
it out of the cabinet. Hold on, I'll show you. And so I do carry medications and I dispense medications. So,
Mhm.
and I do cheaper than Good RX. So I try to
Mhm.
make it very affordable for my
Oh, that's
patients.
really cool. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't know That's awesome.
We
Yeah.
love that about you.
All right, we got a couple questions. We'll let Taylor rip them off.
Jim says, "Hello all. Hi Jim." Jim is our number one
He's
fan.
a Raven
RJ
fan. How you doing,
Kielty.
Jim?
Hello, Jim.
Thomas says, "Let's get it." We
Aqua
love
Blue
you.
Thomas.
Oh, we love
He's the
Yeah,
Thomas.
we love Thomas.
man.
The pool goat.
The pool goat. Jim says, "Doctor appointments are a pain in the butt. Finding a good doctor is hard to find." Yes,
That
That
absolutely.
is
is.
So if you're
true.
looking for a good doctor, we found one for you. We made it easy.
Well, yeah, and here's the crazy part about, doctors too. Like, if you want to switch doctors,
Mm-hmm.
like I switched doctors and it literally they're like, yeah, I could see you in like 8 or 9 months or something like that.
I
Or
know.
it was
like,
insane.
"Excuse
I
me?"
couldn't believe it. You
It
know,
is crazy. I have people call me. They're like, I have an earache, but my doctor can't get me in for 3 months. I'm like, what? You're going to really have a hard time for 3 months with an earache. So, we try to get everybody in same day if we can, if not the next day, and then televisits. So we try to make it like pretty easy.
So that's really, so has that kind of revolutionized your guys' field, the televisits?
Oh yeah, a lot of people like
Mhm.
televisits. And when
Yeah.
you feel terrible, why would you want to get up, get
to
out
the
of bed,
doctor.
get dressed,
Mhm.
drive to the office
Mhm.
when we could just discuss it over the phone,
Yeah.
over video, and treat you right then and there.
Mhm.
So yeah, it really does help.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. I think that really the transformation happened a lot during COVID. You know what I mean? And
Definitely.
a lot of televisits. I do feel like people are kind of wanting to kind of come back for the physical and stuff, coming back. But if you're sick, I don't know why anybody want to come in.
Yeah, why
I
do you
mean,
want to
not
get
me,
out
at
of
least.
bed? I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah.
Especially if it's something that like you're like prone to, like strep throat or something like that,
Right.
where like and your patients know what it is because it happens
All the
reoccurringly.
time. Right.
Why have to drag yourself, put gas in the car, drive over there when you already know and your doctor already knows what they're gonna do to treat it? So
Yeah.
I don't mind the
And if you're a good
teledoctor.
diagnostician, like with your
Exactly.
patients, they give you symptoms. I mean, you can pretty much
Figure
narrow it down, like
Yep.
what is going on with them. And all you have to do is just listen to them.
Yep.
And so then you can figure it out. So,
That's another thing. That's another thing I feel is lost, is being able to diagnose stuff right.
Yes.
Just don't Google it.
don't Google. Google is not your friend.
No, it's not.
No.
My girlfriend does all the time. She'll like text me and be like, "Oh, I'm not feeling good," and she'll like Google it and she'll be like, sends me a screenshot. And she's like, "It's official. I have cancer. I'm dying." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"You
I
are
have
too
a
old to be
tumor."
Googling your symptoms on there. Like, stop it. Go to the doctor."
Yeah, they always think that, oh, I'm having a heart attack. Oh, this. I'm like, no, literally, it's fine. Just relax.
Yeah, exactly.
I honestly search it to make myself feel better when I'm sick. So I'm just like, I look at all the ridiculous things it could be, and I'm like, none of
I'm
that.
fine. Yeah.
None of that.
I'm
I'm fine.
Here we go.
Some more comments?
Yep.
Oh, Reagan, of course he puts the longest one ever.
It's like a
Let
paragraph.
me tell you about my experience with this individual. I was having serious chest pain. She had a portable EKG. I went there to find out if I have an issue, and she was able to distinguish.
I was okay.
I was
You
okay.
got to really read on the
I
small
was
part
just
now.
having a different symptom of something else, but her care was absolutely phenomenal.
Hey.
Reagan,
Thank you,
let's break
That's
up
a
our
testimonial right there.
It is, but can we break up our comments a little bit?
I don't even know
my
how you
age is
see
showing
that.
with my eyes.
I think I
Yeah,
need
I
glasses.
No, that's it. Oh, we got another one.
Austin
Where's
Burkett
Austin?
says, "You First Health and Wellness is awesome."
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
we
Austin.
agree,
Austin's
Austin.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
Burkett.
Austin
Ace
is
Handyman
awesome.
Services.
Ace Handyman Services.
Ace
that's a great
Hardware.
company.
Love Kayla. Great people.
Yep. Oh, there's Thomas again. Jennifer's awesome.
Oh, thank you guys. I
She's
appreciate
so
that.
popular.
My head is growing. It's so
Yeah.
big right now.
Reagan says, "Very caring and kind, genuinely cares about the client." I agree with that. I have
That's
not.
what I see. And you could sense somebody, you know what I mean, when you meet them. And I just sense that with
She's a
Jennifer, that
genuine
she's going to be
person.
somebody that's going to take the time, figure it out, is genuine,
Absolutely.
really wants you to feel better. You know what I mean? It's
That is
not
very
caring
true
about
about
the
me.
dollar.
I
Yeah.
do really care. I mean, obviously, we all need to make money,
Yeah.
obviously, but I ultimately really, really want my patients to feel really good about themselves. And, even with weight loss, like, okay, you don't have that much to lose, and everyone laughs at you because you want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, so come in and I'll help you lose 10 pounds. Like,
Yeah.
it's not about what everyone else thinks, it's about how you feel about yourself and like what you want for your goals for health. So I really do truly care about that. So
Yeah, that could be about your confidence, about your aura, whatever. You know what I mean? You could live a better life if you feel just your self-esteem rise and everything.
Yes,
So it's
absolutely.
important for people,
that's absolutely true.
you know?
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to touch on is some of the stuff that you do within the community, because I do see you doing a lot. I think you help run a group. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, I'm one of the admins on a Mama Means business group. So we're a female group. We have moms, we have working business owners, and we actually try to do support for the community. We're actually doing like a big back to school event, and our goal is just to give back to the community as much as we can. So we're always trying to uplift women, empower women, and just give back to the community that we live in.
Absolutely.
I love that. Some of the greatest and most influential business owners are women. You know what I mean? They just get stuff done. So us guys, sometimes we talk about stuff, but you guys actually,
We're motivated.
yeah, you're motivated. You guys get it done.
Well, we have to multitask a million,
Yeah, you guys are a lot better at that.
and everything. So like we're
Work,
just multitaskers.
business,
Yeah.
home,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you name it. Moms are doing it.
That's right.
So I want to talk about Jennifer. Shoots when she started this company, you were working a full-time job still, and still starting a company. And I know the first year is, always kind of the hardest, but like, how difficult was that? And did you ever kind of doubt yourself sometimes?
Oh, every day. Every day I wake up and I'm like, is this is it? I'm doing this. Like, but yeah, it's been a very stressful year. Like I worked 40 hours a week at another clinic full time this whole last year. And as the year progressed, I slowly was able to cut back, which has been amazing. And, I have help. I have a business consultant and my husband is very supportive. And so I do doubt myself a lot, but it has definitely been a journey. And I am proud to say I am only working 1 day a week there just because I'm holding on because I don't want to give up, like the extra money that's guaranteed.
Yes.
So yeah, but I am almost there. So I think in the next month or so, I'll be completely full time there. So it's been exciting and terrifying and all
the
the words.
emotions.
All the words, yeah. So
running groups, doing all the networking stuff,
Yeah.
marketing. You guys have really, really cool videos and stuff, really unique marketing. I'm sure everybody loves doing that.
I need tips from her on TikTok because she does like the cutest TikTok advertisements, and I'm not as hip with the times. I've never used TikTok.
I am not either.
And everyone's telling me, they're like, you have to get on TikTok. And then I see your videos and I'm like, those are so cute. Like,
Luckily, I
to know
have
how
a
to do it.
young girl in my office. Well,
Yep.
she's a woman, Mariah, but
Yep.
she helps me do my videos because I'm 41, and I'm like, what do I do? How do I make this work? And
Well, I'm
she'll like
32
set
and
it up for me.
There's a new trend.
no
we got to
idea.
figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
It's really hard, but I
See,
get
Tanner,
help.
we need to hire some more younger people so they can
Need a
help me
young
out.
one, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard keeping up with the trends.
Yeah, there. But you need to. It's such a important
Yep.
component of your business that if you don't have it, you know what I mean. You can't survive, especially as a new company. You have
Yep.
to. You have to be different. You have to be out there. Have to be outlandish. You have
Yeah.
to, create attraction to you. So
That's
doing that.
100%. Yeah.
Mhm. So let's talk about what got you in the health field.
Well, at first I didn't know what I wanted to do. I
Mhm.
thought I wanted to be a brain surgeon.
Heck yeah!
Oh my God. I'd still probably be in school at this point.
You would.
But I was kind of pushed. I was married when I was young and we separated and I didn't have a career. And I was like, oh, I have to take care of this little 2-year-old. Like, what am I
Mhm.
going to do? And I was like, well, I wanted to be a brain surgeon. I might as well
Mhm.
just go to school. And like, I went to nursing school. I got my LPN. I worked the whole time, full time. Obviously, if you're taking care of a kid, you can't not
Yeah.
work. So I
And
worked
taking
full
care of the
time.
kid too.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah,
And
you're a
I
hard
just
worker.
went from there. I started as an LPN. I worked for like a year or two. I got my RN. I did that for a
Mhm.
few years. Well, 10 years. And, and then I was like, I'm tired of this bedside stuff and I
Mhm.
want to make the rules. And
Yep.
Mhm.
so I went to nurse practitioner school. So
Mhm.
I've always had like a caring heart. Like I've always wanted to like help people. And I see how the doctors used to treat people in the hospital when I was a
Mhm.
nurse. And I was like, oh, I could do better than that. Like, what
Yeah.
are they doing? And that's what led me to be a nurse practitioner. So
Yeah, because
I love
really the
that.
nurses actually a lot of times I feel like know what's going on more than the doctors.
Oh, we do. We do.
Yeah.
No offense, doctors.
No
we love
offense.
you, but yeah,
Mhm.
we did. We would be their eyes and ears because obviously they're
Mhm.
not there, and so you learned a lot on
Yeah.
how to take care of patients. You developed good bedside manner.
That's
So
a key.
yeah, it is
Yep.
key. It is very much key. You
I
could
feel like they're
sway
kind of
people.
black and white, and here, blah blah blah, and you're just like, whoa, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's
They're like this. That's it. Okay, see ya. 5 minutes. Good. And we
fine.
spend the whole day with them.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah, it
Well,
really
here's what he
makes a
meant, and
difference.
here's what he said, and here's what
Yeah.
this you should be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You're the actual ones doing a lot of it. Yeah, we appreciate our nurses.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're amazing. That's a
nurses
very
are
hard
the
job.
right hand man to the doctor. That's for
Yeah,
sure. So
seriously. Yeah, and they're the ones. Yeah, exactly. In the boots on the ground doing the work. So
oh yeah,
appreciate you
definitely.
guys. What do you got?
I don't know. Do we have any more comments?
Yeah.
Michaela says, "Good morning. Good morning, Michaela.
Good
Thank you for
morning.
tuning in
Is
to
it
our
still morning?
podcast."
Yeah, barely. We got 9 minutes.
We got 9
Oh,
minutes. Okay. It's still
Good
morning.
morning.
I can't see the comment underneath that. Okay. Daniel Flowers. Hey, Dan the man.
A+ lawn right there.
Dan the man.
Kirkland says, televisits are so nice. Glad to hear she offers that.
Yeah, Kirkland's awesome. He's
Yeah,
helped
he
me with
is.
batteries for our company through batteries, personal through batteries.
Mhm.
He's been a lifesaver for us. So
Wow.
you need batteries. That's the guy
That's
to go
the guy to go to.
Saves you a
Right.
lot of money too.
What about EV batteries?
EV batteries. I don't know if he does EV batteries or not. He might.
We'll
Might
find
be a new
out.
We'll find out.
division. Reagan says, get a bigger TV.
Well, it's this way. So we need it like that way, but then we can't see
No, I
stuff
think
that-
I completely agree with you, Reagan. I definitely need a bigger TV in here.
75 inches or more.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think that would be, 75
won't be
80 would
too bad.
good, you know?
Mhm.
Missy says, I'm currently under the care of Jennifer Parker, and I love that she offers telehealth visits. She is so thorough, compassionate, and caring.
Another great
Oh, thank you,
testimonial.
Missy.
Thank you, Missy.
Missy's awesome.
That is a
too.
great
She
testimonial.
is awesome.
for
If you want a
Jennifer.
trip plan, Missy
Yeah.
is your girl.
She is the
Oh, I've said this.
planner.
She did an amazing job. We for spring break we did a cruise with the whole family, and she just had everything taken care of. And we have at that point she was like 1 year old. You know what I mean? So she made sure, do they have milk?
Yep.
Do they have, this and that? And
Oh, that's
and gave
awesome.
it and great deal too. So thank you, Missy.
Yes,
Appreciate
Missy. I get vacation time in October. Coming for you.
She actually helped me plan my trip to Switzerland. We're going in March.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's on the bucket list.
That is the year celebration
Yeah.
there. So
That's awesome.
Can I be like an employee for
you can fit in my suitcase. I'll
Yes,
get a
no,
big
I
one.
literally have tested this theory. I can fit in a suitcase.
It might be a long flight, but
Yep. Yeah. It's like
We
Sierra,
have
too.
more. Sierra says, "Hey Jen,
How
hi.
you doing, Sierra?
Sunshine smoothies and more.
best smoothies around.
Amazing.
Best smoothies, great sandwiches and wraps. Love her. Got anything else?
No,
All right.
I want to talk about growth. So first year, do you feel like you're at where you thought you were going to be?
I actually was scared all year, so I
Mhm.
really didn't know if I'd meet my goal at my 1 year mark. Because some months are slow, some
Mhm.
months are better, and depending on what kind of networking you do and how motivated you are and how much time you have.
Mhm.
So for like 6 months of the year, I was like, this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna be working at this other job forever. And then like this last month, I told my husband, I was like, I did it. Like we are
Mhm.
getting there. Like I am ready. I'm gonna be, full time. And so we actually have hit our goal. Our 1 year was in June. So we're
Mhm.
1 month over 1 year, but we have hit our goal this month in July. So I'm super excited.
That's
So
awesome. Was the
guys.
goal? Was it like a revenue net? Was it like the amount of people you had under your care?
The goal was to cover my salary
Yeah.
so that I can be full time for myself and not work anywhere else.
That's awesome.
So that was the goal. We have more goals now that I have to meet.
Yeah.
But that was
The
the
goals
first one.
always change. Trust me,
Yeah.
never.
Ever evolving.
As soon as you hit the one goal, then you're like, okay, now we have to create the next goal.
Mhm.
So now we're working on the next goal, which is to bring in, someone else to work with me, which will be
Mhm.
fantastic
Oh
for
yeah.
me.
Were you looking for like another ARNP or?
No, it'll be my medical assistant, like
Mhm.
someone that can be like my right hand person, help me do everything. And I already have somebody.
Okay.
Her name's Casey. She's awesome. She comes, some hours during the week to do blood draws for me
Mhm.
sometimes. And if I'm not available, she'll be there to meet patients just to give them things. And so she's amazing. And I can't wait to have her full time. So
That'll be a great
That's
help for
awesome. That's a
you.
Yeah.
huge well, both
Mhm.
huge milestones, but
Yeah,
that's another huge
absolutely.
the first kind of person working underneath you, and then that's a whole different aspect of business, managing
Yep.
people. But
Yeah.
if you find the right people, it's easy.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
Mhm.
she aligns with me perfectly. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a game changer when she's
Mhm.
there. It'll free up a lot of time for me.
Yep.
I'll be able to do even more networking and more stuff.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
that's kind of exciting.
Mhm.
So
So what was year in the books? What was the hardest thing this year? What kind of popped up on you that was unexpected, or you thought, oh, that this part was probably pretty easy, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? What was your hardest hurdle that you had to get over?
just kind of learning time management, like how
Hmm.
to be every hat,
Hmm.
basically. That's like my hardest hurdle. And I like to do everything perfectly, and I don't want people to wait, and I don't want to miss something. And so my hardest thing has been like when I miss things, and like I'm like, oh man, like I should have had that done. Like I should have wrote a note, like I should have had more time. So mostly like time management, missing things for my patients. Just I like them to feel like I truly am taking care of them. So
Yep.
like if I miss stuff, that's really been the hardest hurdle for me, and just having the time to do it.
Yeah.
So
So concierge service. Are you seeing? I'm starting to see more of a shift, more people doing it. Are you seeing more of a shift in your industry of people doing that? Just because maybe people can't afford insurance, but just better care. Are you seeing a lot of this, or?
yeah, a lot of nurse practitioners, doctors are actually starting to convert to concierge care
Mhm.
because they're realizing, well, the money with the insurance company sucks.
Yes.
And they're just realizing that they have more time and they don't have to
Mhm.
be as rushed. And when you do concierge care, membership care, they're paying monthly. And so, like, when they come in, you can spend an hour with them. You're not
Mhm.
trying to get 20 people in
Yep.
that
Yeah.
day. You already are generating income, revenue for the office, stuff like that. And you have the time to spend with your patients. And so I do see a huge shift that a lot of providers are transitioning to that. And I think they should, because
Yep.
as the way it's going, I think that the more people opening up clinics like mine, they will be more popular.
Yeah. No, I believe that
Yeah.
too. Me personally, I think doctors are inherently good people. They were just forced in this system, and that's all they know. And then maybe something finally switches, and they go, "Hey, why did I get in this? I got in this to help people." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the people that got into it to do that, it wasn't the money thing. And they're like, "I'm not doing that, or I can't do that, or I'm forced not be able to do that." With these big groups and the hospitals and stuff. So, I think we're going to see more and more of this, and it's a really, really good thing.
I agree. And I
Hmm.
agree that, the people that did get into it to help people will realize, like, oh, what is going on? I can't even
Hmm.
make any decisions.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think that as people see that, more of these clinics will pop up.
Are you seeing more people doing it? I don't know.
He's choking.
Choking it out.
Well, thank
If
God
he's
the doctor's
coughing and
here.
talking, it's okay.
Thank God the doctor's
I
here.
don't even know what I was going to talk about.
He just starts choking.
Yeah.
Okay, she knows CPR, right?
I do, yeah.
Are more people going to this model like as a patient because of money, or do you think it's because of level of care,
I think it's a
or
little of
both?
both. I think like the insurance has
Mhm.
been super expensive. And like, a family of 4 is $1,800 a month. Like, how do you afford that? And then
don't.
you have to pay copays and all the other fees. And like, I feel like it's kind of a little of both money and care.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that too. My question is, so say you don't have insurance, use you for the concierge service, have something big that happens where you have to go to the hospital. Is that more of a, can you help somebody in that aspect? And I guess maybe negotiating the money at the hospital, or how does that go, I guess?
So I do have some connections with some insurance people that
Okay.
offer indemnity plans is what they're
Okay.
called. They're kind of like wraparound plans. They're for
Okay.
like catastrophic events.
Oh, I love
So
that.
you
Yeah.
can it is cheaper and you can pay for something like that.
Hmm.
And that will just cover like emergencies, stuff like that when you go to the hospital. So
Okay.
those are options for patients, but I can't persuade the big hospital chains to do
Yeah,
anything
I
a
know.
little cheaper.
Yeah.
But I know there is a local hospital in Starkey Ranch, and they
Hmm.
kind of the doctor group has kind of made it to where it's more not insurance based. So I think they have stuff like that that they offer.
I like
I
that.
don't know everything they offer. I'm supposed to
Yeah.
do a tour, but I haven't yet.
Yeah.
But they do offer some kind of model like that.
Okay. So they're working with kind of, people doing concierge, what I mean, services
Yeah, they're
to help
kind of
get.
trying to stay away from like insurance and
Yeah.
more focus on like self-pay kind
I
of.
like
I think
that.
they are starting to take some insurances, but I
Mhm.
think their model is mostly not to do that.
I
Yeah.
like that. There's definitely a need for that. So that's
Yeah.
really cool.
I didn't even know that. I just recently found that out and
Yeah,
I was
I've
like,
never
"Oh,
heard
I
of
need to
that
go
either.
there and talk to them. Like, why haven't I
Shoot,
done
me
that?"
too.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
have so many health issues. Any more comments for us up there, Wizard of Pods?
Nope.
No? All right. Well, fine. I don't want to talk to you guys anyways.
Um,
Burning
what
question.
service do you think, um I won't say we're trendy, but what kind of services are you doing that you're seeing, like, an uptick in people knowing about it and coming to you for?
Hormone replacement
Hormone
therapy.
replacement.
Yeah,
So more
definitely.
than weight loss, more than anything, hormone. Yeah.
Definitely more. Yeah,
Yeah.
weight loss, I mean, I have a lot of weight loss
Yeah.
patients, but weight loss comes and goes. Like once you hit your goal, you're done. But those patients still struggle from hormones and
Hmm.
then so I make sure to do like a full panel when I do
Hmm.
weight loss, I do labs and not a lot of weight loss clinics do that, but I do because I want to make sure they don't have any underlying issues. And so we do that to check them out. And so when they have other stuff, I recommend things to them. And so sometimes you can convert them and do hormones, but hormones is really a big thing based on all the toxins and exposures that we're all exposed to, the food we eat.
Yep.
The hormone levels have decreased drastically over the last, several years versus back in the day. So
Yeah.
that is a big concern.
I'm sure all the pesticides, all this processed food
Everything,
and
yeah.
everything else are just killing us. The one thing I really hope that they do change is trying to get this stuff out of here. There's no reason that in the US that we have to be the country that, you know, has the worst food.
No, I agree.
In my
I
opinion,
agree. Yeah.
We're the test dummies, I feel like.
Well, because in
Well, we're the
Europe,
dummies because they don't let
Yeah,
it
they
anywhere
tested
else.
it and we were just dumb enough to keep letting them continue to test
yeah,
on us.
Mhm.
and overseas in Europe and all those countries, they eat pasta and they eat all these things that we eat, but somehow they don't get fatter,
Mhm.
because they're
Yeah,
healthy,
I
they're
know.
homemade, they're fresh, like less ingredients, not a lot of additives. So I think that would be really awesome for us to have as well.
I understand maybe it costs a little bit more, but it's going to cost you a
Yeah.
lot less in the long run for health issues.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So
I agree. I agree
I
to
do
that.
too.
we're a country kind of ran on health issues, so
Like there's
profiteering off
literally
of it.
other
So,
countries that put big warning labels over our candies and our cereals, and these are
no,
things that
no,
like
they won't let you have that candy in their period.
store. Some of them, yeah, but some of
Yeah.
them have to put like a huge like over their label. They
Big
have to put this
warnings,
big
yeah.
warning sticker, and that's just kind of like odd to me that like it's so normalized here. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
I
just
was
poisoning our kids. No big deal.
Eat this poison.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You'll
I,
love this.
I was in Ireland and they literally, like, you looked at like potato chips or Skittles or something, the ingredients are totally different.
Yep.
Yeah, they are. I
That's
know it's
sad.
what
So
over
why you
there.
want to poison us, but over there, oh, they're okay over there. Yeah.
Yeah, even the sodas are different. When we went
Yep.
over there last year, it was like Coke Zero, and like
Yeah.
it had like no ingredients in it.
Yeah.
It was crazy how few ingredients are in all those products. Like
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
Except for ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's horrible. um, so I want to hear like your best testimonial. You don't have to say obviously who it is or whatever, but somebody came in, they had an issue, whether it's hormone therapy. Yeah, I want to actually probably talk about hormone therapy where they were like felt down or this or that, and you really like changed their life, you know?
So I actually just had somebody come into the office. I just recently started them on hormone
Mm-hmm.
therapy, but they were on hormone therapy from another place,
Mm-hmm.
and they were improperly done. Like they were not on the right
That's
hormones.
about to say wrong
Yeah,
hormone
wrong
or
hormones.
the wrong amount or
Completely missing one of the hormones that they should have been treated for. It's a woman. Women have three
mm-hmm.
hormones. Well,
Mm-hmm.
thyroid, all that, but progesterone, testosterone, estrogen.
Mm-hmm.
The progesterone is the number one female hormone, and this company was not even looking at her progesterone. And so I did labs. I started her on the progesterone along with her other stuff. And a week later, she comes in and she says, I cannot tell you that I finally feel like myself for the first time in over a year, and just in 5 days
Mm-hmm.
being on progesterone. And I was like, oh, I love that. Like I love when they feel great. So, I mean, just 5 days, think about what the next six
Just kind of
months
keep
is going to
going.
Yep.
be like for
So
her.
what are the symptoms? Are people just like feel down or brain fog or just feel like
All the
what are some of the
above.
All of
symptoms?
the
I
above.
don't know.
Yeah, literally.
Fatigue, brain
Yeah.
fog, for joint pain, frozen
Oh, okay.
shoulder for women,
Mhm.
low libido, decreased sex drive. When you work all day and you come home and you just want to sit on the couch,
Mhm.
your hormones are probably low.
Mhm.
Losing your hair, dry skin. There's so many symptoms, mood, anxiety. Like
Mhm.
your hormones play a huge role in how you feel as a person.
Mhm.
So it's very important to address those issues.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I I figured those that's help, but like you so I guess what percent when you put people on hormones, what percent of the people say like, hey, this is really, really working for me?
Well, I haven't had anybody get off of it. So
Yeah.
I guess
Oh,
everybody.
okay. Yeah. That's cool.
So far, everybody who
Yeah.
has started, it seems to be very happy and their symptoms are improving. It takes time, a
Mhm.
good 6 months to kind of regulate them and get them where they should be.
Do you
So
have to like, I guess, different milligrams or whatever? Like, do you have to ramp them up and down sometimes, or after a while, or is it just pretty much plug and play?
just so you start them out, at a certain dose, and
Mhm.
then you do labs again, a couple months later, check where they're at, see how they're feeling symptom wise.
Mhm.
Because really, you don't treat labs, you treat the patient. So
Okay,
you
I
want to
like
know
that.
how they're feeling.
Mhm.
So their labs could say one thing, but they're having all these symptoms, and that that's why. Then you treat them, and so you start low, and then as you do labs, you up their dose, and then
Mhm.
eventually they stabilize and they stay on that dose unless something changes in their body. And then when you do follow-up labs, you'll see that, or they'll tell you, hey, I started getting these symptoms again, like maybe we need an adjustment, and then
Mhm.
that's when you adjust their dose.
Mhm. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
But it like once you get to that point, unless something drastic changes, maybe in their diet or something like that, are they pretty much going to be on hormones for the long haul?
Well, so you don't have to be on hormone therapy
Yeah.
forever,
Yeah.
but you love the way you feel, and
Yeah.
that is
So
how
it's
your natural
yeah.
feeling should be. And so when you get off hormone therapy, you just basically go back to the way you were before.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so exactly. Why would you wanna get
Why would
off
you get
something
off?
like that?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
feel so amazing, and that if you
Mhm,
stopped, you're just going to go back to how you felt when you first started
mhm.
therapy.
What do you see mostly in men?
Um, Testosterone.
Testosterone,
Yeah, of
yeah.
course. Yeah,
Yeah.
testosterone therapy. And it's surprising that I have a lot of 20-year-olds
Mhm.
and their
Really?
testosterones are like in the 200s, and it's
What's a normal level?
normal level, you want them to be optimized between
Yeah.
800 and
Yeah.
1,000. So
Yeah.
like you kind of want them optimized, and a
Mhm.
young guy, he should be like in 1,000
Mhm.
range.
And he's
Like,
just feeling sluggish and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
then, yeah.
What do you
Wow.
think the reason is that men are having such larger issues nowadays with their testosterone levels? Because I know, like, back in the day, testosterone was like a really hush thing. Like, men didn't want to talk about it if they were on testosterone. It was like almost like mental health, back in the day. No
yeah,
one talked about what their problem was. Whereas now I'm meeting more and more people who are talking about, like, men who are confident and fine with saying, like, hey, I had some low levels and I started doing testosterone and I feel great. What do
Mhm.
you think the reasoning is behind that it's becoming more prominent in our community now?
it's definitely environmental. All
Yeah.
Mhm.
like the
Yeah.
pesticides, the Teflon, the chemicals in the foods. It's really all environmental. The things in the air, the pesticides, the mosquito sprays, like all of
Mhm.
those things are what is causing it to be lower. Back when our grandparents were kids, everything was so natural
Yep.
and grown, and
Mhm.
everything was made at home. And so, like, obviously, the change in food and
The mass
chemicals is,
production and
yeah,
all the crap that they're putting in it.
that's the issue.
Yeah. Well, I had a conversation with my mother-in-law, and she's saying, like, well, I grew up on TV dinners and this and that or whatever. I'm
Mhm.
like, yeah, but you look at those TV dinners back then, and it was chicken and you know what I mean, maybe salt or whatever. Now it's like you have to, you know, pull out another sheet because the ingredient list is so
Right.
long on them. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? The stick on things that you pull out. You got to read a scroll. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're like,
Flip it over.
why?
It's crazy. Why do we have to add all this stuff?
Yeah, 9,000 ingredients to make a cookie,
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
really? Isn't it just like flour and butter?
Yeah.
And no,
Mhm.
it's like 9,000 ingredients. I mean, that's a little
Yeah, I
drastic,
know.
We
But do
get we
you
get what you
see
mean.
do you see people eating whole foods? Does that help them a lot? Have you had that kind of a case study of somebody that maybe switched? No,
I
not that much.
haven't, but I do
Yeah.
know that people who change their deodorants and their
Hmm.
shampoos, it does decrease their risk of
Yeah.
like endotoxins and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But I haven't done any studies, but
How
there
about
are lots of studies out there.
how about like a detox? Do you guys have like a detox thing that will help somebody really detox or no?
I don't have that at my
Yeah.
clinic, but there are detoxes like
Do you think
chelation
they work
therapy and
or
stuff like that. Honestly, I'm not 100%
yeah?
because like I've never really
Try it.
offered it. I
Yeah.
haven't researched it because
Yeah.
it's not in my wheelhouse.
Hmm.
Yep.
But there are people that do it and swear by it. Even
Hmm.
like the plastics. Like they
Yeah.
say that they're doing studies now that they find that we have microplastics in
Hmm.
like our bodies, and like you should have like a blood draw that draws it out and puts the clean blood back in. I'm just learning about it because my
Yeah.
husband's like, "This would be cool. You should do this." I'm like, "No, no."
So I actually so I have hemochromatosis, so I actually have to give blood like every 3 months or whatever to keep me under. And I honestly I do feel better after I give blood. So,
A lot of people do say that they
yeah.
feel better when they get rid of the extra blood.
Hmm.
It makes them just feel more energized
Hmm.
and healthier.
Yeah. Maybe
Um,
maybe you're getting rid of toxins or something too in
well,
it.
you probably are.
Yeah,
You
not
probably are
know.
getting
Yeah.
rid of some garbage in there. Who knows what's in the
Yeah.
bloodstream,
Then the new stuff's all right. So, it works for a little while.
Who knows where it came from?
Yeah, right.
I don't have anything else. I've asked her all my
Mhm.
questions.
The last question I want to end with, the next 5 years, where do you see yourself?
In the next 5 years, I would like to maybe have two clinics, and have nurse practitioners working for me,
Mhm.
and be more like overseeing and helping them grow their patient loads, and teaching them how to, truly take care of their patients' hormones and
Mhm.
weight loss, just educating them. And that's kinda where I'm at. I'm not really sure,
Yeah.
but that's
No.
kinda like my little goals, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Oh, that's a big goal.
I guess it is a big goal. Yeah.
Did we forget about the last year, Jennifer?
I know. That was a huge goal.
Well, I'm betting on you. I know you're just a hardworking person,
Yeah.
so I know you'll make it happen.
Thank
So.
you. I appreciate that. I do try to work hard. It's exhausting.
Yeah. And you're genuine, so that goes
Yes.
a long way in longevity of a business. That's where I think a lot of people miss out on is, ethics and being genuine and really trying to help people, because in the end, you may not make as much money, you know what I
Right.
mean? But longevity, you'll be there and you'll be able to grow, and then that part will come,
Yeah, I think it's important to have a personality and like be able to talk to your patients and have a conversation and make them feel like, we're just two people sitting here. Like, I'm not better than you. Like, I
Mhm.
don't know more than you. Well, I mean, medically, I might know a little
Yeah.
more, but I mean, like, like we're just two people, like having a conversation, just trying to figure out what's going on with you. And I always try to keep it like pretty light for my patients when they come in. So just make it fun and we laugh and, I try to make it easy for them.
There's people, like I said, some people, like, they won't open up because they're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They feel like uptight, and you are who you are, and they, you know what I mean? So
It's terrifying for
Yeah.
some people, like
Yeah.
to come in and just expose themselves and be like, I'm struggling with this. And, my wife says I'm doing this, or my husband says this,
Mhm.
that's very like an intimate
Mhm.
conversation that people are afraid to talk about with some people, So it's good to have like a good line of communication and just make it light for them.
Yeah. No, that's the most important
So you double as like a therapist.
thing.
Got it. That's $75 you'll spend all month.
Some of my patients, they do use me as a therapist sometimes, but that's okay. It's more like friendship, than
Mhm.
anything.
Which is the best thing you can build with clients, customers.
That's how it used to be.
Yeah.
They were
patients.
friends. They might have
Yep.
said, "Yeah, this is doctor." They spend time, and they were friends. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And that's how it should be. Like
Yeah.
we're all people just trying to make it through this world, and
Mhm.
I think that you should be able to have a relationship and a connection with your provider. I mean,
Absolutely.
they're taking care of your health. Like you guys should have a good relationship. So I think that's important.
Yeah, that's awesome. I guess we got one more comment, and we'll close it up.
All right. Kelly says, "Hi, Jen. Always so nice and smiling. She takes great care of her clients."
Oh, hi, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
We love
Andrew's
Kelly.
Tree Care.
Andrew's Tree Care. They're awesome.
She's my little sweetie.
She's so nice.
She is. She really is.
Well, Jennifer, we appreciate you. This was amazing. I learned a ton.
Yeah,
Thank
me
I
you.
too.
love what you're doing. I love your business plan, the way you're going about it, bringing care back into healthcare. So
Thank you. I appreciate you guys bringing me on the podcast. This was really cool. I liked it.
and you did an awesome job. I can tell you weren't nervous or
Yeah,
anything.
definitely.
I was nervous when I got here. I told them I'm so nervous to be on camera, and then like you guys just make it so easy, so
Mhm.
it's fine.
It
You
didn't
did
project that way.
flawless.
Trust me. So you did awesome.
You did
Thanks.
great.
Yep. Thank you.
Also, I'll be reaching out to
So, well, I guess
Call me.
Yeah. final question: how do you get a hold of you?
Yeah.
So you can reach me at 727-807-1178, or you can look up youfirst.health.net. I also have a Facebook page. And I will be the one answering.
Yeah, awesome.
There are neighbors, not hard to
Personalized.
find, right on Massachusetts. So
Oh, I did
Yep.
forget that part.
Yeah.
Yes. 7204 Massachusetts Avenue in Newport Richey.
Literally.
Like not even a mile
we
from
could
That's
skip
here.
not even
there.
a mile.
We could skip there.
You guys might be able to run.
Yeah, exactly.
We
That's,
could
that's
try.
too much.
Yeah, I was about to say running's a lot for me.
The heat
I don't
index.
know.
The heat
We'll be
index,
sweating.
yeah, maybe in the wintertime. Well, thank you guys. We will see
Yes.
you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, for episode 30.
30.
Yeah.